Good evening, everyone. This is Robert, RJL 518 Network, welcoming you back to another exciting season replay of Inside Pitch. The 1981 season is finally on the air. You guys have waited pretty much a month for this season to start, and we are all set and ready to begin some more exciting baseball action. Welcome back to Inside Pitch. Another season is ready to go. It's opening day, April 8th, 1981. We are at Riverfront Stadium. The 1976 World Series champion Philadelphia Phillies take on the Cincinnati Reds. Clee baseball fan is first to join us here at the stadium by the front of the river for opening day of the 1981 season. To refresh your memory a little bit of the rules here for my seasons, we are going to lower the regular season a little bit. So instead of one game per every 2 days of baseball, it will be one game per every 3 days of baseball. So that will lessen the grind a little bit for me. So we'll get through the regular season a little faster. In a normal season, pretty much 60 to 75 games. But in 1981, since it was a short strike season, I expect around 40 to 55 games, regular season games for this season. Then, of course, we will have the playoffs, and of course, we will have the 1981 All-Star Game that was held in Cleveland this year, and we will have that at the strike break that occurred during the season. So there won't be as many baseball games for 1981, but we're still going to have excitement. So as I said, we'll have one game per every 3 days of baseball. And then, of course, entering September, the first 10 days of September will be one per every 3. Then for the next couple of weeks, it'll be 1 day per every 2. And then, of course, the last week of September, we have a game every day. So I'm figuring somewhere between 40 to 55 regular season games for 1981 because of the strike shortened season. And then, of course, we will have the playoffs. The playoffs still follow the same format. Top 3 teams in each division will make the playoffs. The number 2, third place takes on the number 1, third place in the wild card playoff. The winner of that takes on the number 2, second place in the best of 3 wild card series. The winner of that plays the number 1 seed in the league, where the number 2 and the number 3 play each other in their division series as well. Since there were only 4 divisions in 1981, so the top 3 will make the playoffs. Woodman 564, Philip Reynolds, Keith White, Big Clue, Bob's Tabletop Sports all join us here at Riverfront Stadium to begin the 1981 season. And what a way to start the season off with today's game. Here we go. Let's take a look and see what we got tonight. The Phillies will play the Reds to start off opening day here on April 8th, 1981. Let's get things started. Lead pitching for the Cincinnati Reds in a Reds uniform, Tom Terrific Seaver. He was 14-2 with a 2.54 ERA. In 1981, I figure that if it wasn't for the strike-shortened year, Seaver would have had 20 wins easily and probably would have had close to 200 strikeouts. So we are all set and ready to begin Inside Pitch once again, the most exciting baseball tabletop game you can play. Of course, that is my opinion, but I think it is awesome. Are we ready to get going to start a new season? It will be a little shorter than usual, but it will be exciting. Let's get things underway. And of course, Philadelphia Phillies players will be receiving their rings as they approach the plate. But not this guy. Leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies, first baseman Pete Rose, and he does not receive a ring. Sorry there, Charlie Hustle, you don't get a ring this year. You don't get a ring today. Brian Patterson joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Pete Rose in 81, a 325 average, no bombs, 33 RBIs. He did play in every game for the Phillies with 107 games, but he does not get a ring. Seaver is all set and ready. Fans here at Riverfront ready for the beginning of a new season. What will happen this time? Let's get to it. The 1981 season is underway, and it starts with a bad die roll there because I had that wrong one because it's supposed to be red and white dice. We'll do it again. 2-1. That is a walk plus from Seaver. That is a 5. And Riverfront Stadium adds 1 to strikeouts, 3 to walks. Against a righty, Rose is a 10. That 5 will walk, and he starts off with a walk to Pete Rose. So Pete Rose gets a walk. Yep, I was missing the D6. I got it. It's what happens when you play some other games. Next batter for the Phillies, second baseman Manny Trio. He does not get a ring. He was not on the 76 team. 287 average, 6 homers, 36 RBIs. Seaver will go ahead and first we'll see if there's a strat. That is a 17. Rose not going anywhere. Seaver will go ahead and pitch. 1-4. That is a strikeout. 5. Got him. He gets Trio. Struck him out. Trio's a 7 plus 1 is an 8. As I said, Riverfront Stadium adds 1 to strikeouts and 3 to walks, and he gets a K. First strikeout for Seaver. He had 87 of them in 81. Probably will have finished maybe close to 200 if the season went all the way through. One man down. The next batter, right fielder Bake McBride. Gotta love these baseball names. Sports Time Machine joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. McBride, a 271 average, 2 homers, and 21 RBIs. Is Rose doing anything? A 7. No, he's staying put. Although Tom Seaver does add 3 to the strategy roll. I'm not going to do a hit and run. A hit and run doesn't come up as well. So McBride will swing. Seaver with the pitch. 5-6, strikeout 8. He got him, struck him out. Seaver gets strikeout number 2 after allowing the walk. The infield will now move back. And the next batter is third baseman Michael Jack Schmidt. Schmidt had 5 home runs in that 76 World Series, and we tried out and give him a ring, and Schmidt said, well, you know, this is 1981. We won the World Series in 76. What took you so long? Schmidt gets his ring. He will definitely get one there. Probably would have been the MVP of the series if it wasn't for Dick Allen, who I think really deserved the MVP for the playoffs. Schmidt had a great year that year, batted .316, 31 homers, and 91 RBIs. I'm pretty sure Schmidt would have belted 50 if it went the whole distance. Rose still on at first. Is he going to do anything? That 7 says no. Seaver will go ahead and make the pitch. Seaver 4-5. That's a blank. Schmidt will get to swing. 2-3. That's a ball hit to center field. That is a 17 against a righty. That kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Mike Schmidt. Tom Seaver a blank, and on a 2-3, it's a ball hit to center field. And against the righty, a 17 falls right into the home run category, and Schmidt continues where he left off in 76. A 2-run bomb by Mike Schmidt. Stadium groans. Mike Schmidt gets a 2-run bomb, and the Phillies take a quick 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. Next batter will be left fielder Gary Matthews. He does not get a ring though. 301 average, 9 homers, 67 RBI. So Seaver goes ahead and gives up the bomb, and that was just all power by Schmidt. Still 2 outs. Seaver goes ahead and makes the pitch. 2-2. That's a home run chance. Matthews a righty, a 1-3. The 15 is too high. Matthews will swing 3-4, and he flies out to right, and that will end the inning. 2 runs on 1 hit and a walk. A bomb by Mike Schmidt as he just takes over, as he just continues from where he left off in 76. And the Phillies get the first 2 runs of this season. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies, lefty Steve Carlton, and he gets the ring, of course. Carlton had a very good year in 81, 13 wins, 4 losses, a 2.42 ERA. Lefty was pretty darn good in 81. The replay gamer joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. A 2-run bomb by Schmidt puts the Phillies up quickly. Leading off for the Reds, right fielder Dave Collins. Collins hit .272, 3 homers and 23 RBIs in 81. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch. And that is a 1-6. That's a wild pitch. It'll be ball 1. We'll do it again. Carlton will make the pitch again. That's a 1-6. And again, it's a wild pitch, ball 2. Of course, it doesn't matter here in this case, but I guess Carlton's trying to settle down here, see what they do. Carlton will make the pitch again. 5-3, that's a range play. Collins will swing. 5-4, that's a ground ball to short. That ball is at the BOA. His range is a 2. And nope, that'll get by him. That'll be a base hit for Collins. He'll get a single. Collins leads off for the Reds with a single. Next batter will be center fielder Ken Griffey. Griffey had a good year in 81, 311 average, 2 homers, 34 RBIs, and much better in the field that year in 81. Infield comes up a double play depth. We'll see if Collins is doing anything. That is a 9. No, he will not get a jump. He'll stay put. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch from lefty. 4-1. That's at the park. Riverfront Stadium, 2-1. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. Grounded to short. Let's see if they turn the double play. 2-0-3. Second base is Trio. He has no adjustment on the arm. So a 1-3, they'll turn the double play. No. Collins actually will beat it out. His base running rating's a 5. When a double play becomes a 4, that is a 4. The only play was the first, and we got 1 out. As Collins advances to second. Next batter for the Reds, shortstop Dave Concepcion. Concepcion that year batted .306 with 5 homers, 67 RBIs. A lot of high averages so far as we're seeing in this game. Infield will play back. There was no double play on there. Let's see if anything happening. Collins, there is a 1. I don't think I send Collins to third here. A stolen base, that is a stolen base chance. 14 minus 1 is a 13. Boone plus 2 is a 15. A 1-15 to steal third. Nah, Concepcion can hit the ball. I'll let him swing. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch. And that's a 1-3. Against a righty, it's blank. Concepcion, 5-2. That's going to be a ground ball to second base. The throw will go to first for out number 2. Collins will advance to third. Ground out to second there. And we'll go to third base. Next batter for the Reds, left fielder George Foster. In 81, he batted .295, 22 homers, and 90 RBIs. Not a pretty good season for Foster in 81. Not too bad. 2 outs. The infield is back. We'll check the strat, see if anything happening. That a 9 is a no. Lefty will go ahead and make the pitch. 1-6. That's a wild pitch. It's a 3, and that's going to go back to the backstop, and Collins will score. A 1-6, a wild pitch. The 3 falls into the category, and Collins will come home. That is the third wild one given up by Carlton. The 2 have a no on base, but that one will bring in a run. It's 2-1. Wild pitch by Carlton, and immediately Bob Boone goes to talk to him and say, hey, you okay? You know, this is opening day here. We'd like you to pitch, He liked to pitch pretty well here. So a wild pitch will bring in a run, and now Carlton will pitch to Foster with the bases empty. Still 2 outs. Carlton with the pitch. 2-2. A home run chance. That's good. A home run chance. Foster a righty. A 1-9. That is a 5. It passes. Against the lefty, though, Foster is a 15. A 1-15. Foster ties this game up. No, it's an 18. It will be a blank. But that means Foster does get to swing. Oh, he didn't get the homer. Let's see what he does get. A 6-6, and he chops it to short. Picked up there by Boa. Throws to first, side retired. Oh, my. Foster just misses tying up a game. 1 run on 1 hit for the Reds. After 1, it is 2-1 by the favor of the Fightin' Phils. Top of the second inning coming up. The Reds historically won this game 3-2 on opening day. They had 12 hits and an error. The Phillies had 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error on opening day. So historically, the Reds came away with the win. Leading off for the Phillies, center fielder Gary Maddox, and he does get a ring. 263 average, 5 homers, 40 RBIs. Gary Maddox still with that range of a 5 in center field. 3/4 of the earth is covered by water. The other quarter is covered by Gary Maddox. Seaver will go ahead and make the pitch. 4-4, strikeout 3, got him. Struck out Maddox, and that is strikeout number 3 for Tom Terrific, even though he is in a Reds uniform. Yeah, Mets, let's go ahead and trade Tom Seaver. What a great idea. Shortstop Larry Boa gets a ring, 283 average, no homers, 31 RBIs in 81. And he had a good season. That's not a bad season of 283 for him. One of the better years he had. Seaver pitches 1-2. That's at the park. Riverfront Stadium will say 4-1, and that is going to be a ground out to second base, and that is out number 2. 2 men down. The next batter is the catcher, Bob Boone. He gets his ring. 211 average, 4 homers, 24 RBIs. Not one of his better years, at least at the plate, although he did have a couple of bombs, but not one of his better years at the plate for Boone. Really, one of the reasons why I guess Boone found himself up on the Angels later. Seaver will go ahead and pitch from Tom Terrific. 3-2. That against a righty is a straight home run result. Boone against the righty is a 10. That's a 20, though. It's going to be too high. Seaver pitched him a meatball, but Boone couldn't do anything with it. It's a 5-4, and he goes ahead and grounds out to short, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Seaver, although that came close. We go to the bottom of the second here. Opening day, Phillies and Reds, 1981. Leading off for the Reds, the catcher, of course, Mr. Johnny Bench. Bench that year, a 309 average, 8 home runs. However, he only appeared in half of the Reds' games. I believe he got hurt. Later that year. He was only in half the Reds' games that season. Bottom of the second, Carlton will pitch. 6-5 against a righty that is blank. Bench will swing 4-4, and that's going to be a ground out to third, out number 1. 1 out, that will bring up the first baseman, Dan Dreesen. Dreesen batted .236, 7 homers, 33 RBIs in 81. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch. 5-6, that's a strikeout, 15 is too high. Dreesen will swing the bat. 2-1, and against the lefty, Dreesen goes ahead and belts a double into right field. Dreesen will bounce it off the wall. He will go into second, standing up. A nice double by Dreesen. Fans hoping the Reds can get a big win here against the Phillies on opening day. Next batter for the Reds, third baseman Ray Knight. Future Met, of course. Future world champion Met, I should say. 259 average, 6 homers, 34 RBIs for Knight. A young Ray Knight, I should also say. Dreesen on at second. The infield will be normal. Anything happening? No. Dreesen will stay put. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch. That is a 6-1. Strikeout plus 17. No, he will not strike him out. Knight becomes a 15. Plus 1 is a 16, but it's a 17. He will not strike out Knight. Knight will get to swing. 6-2, and that is going to be a star 3, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. That will be out number 2. Dreesen's base running rating is a 4. On a fly ball to center, makes it a 2. Center fielder Maddox has no arm. The only way that Dreesen would, I'm going to see if Dreesen gets the third. On a 1 or 2, he'll make it, but a 6-6, he could be out. Well, a 5-4, he stays at second, and there are 2 down. So 2 outs now. BB joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. 2 men down, and the next batter is second baseman Ron Oster, one of the better baseball names you'll have. Ron Oster, 271 average, 5 homers, 42 RBIs in 81. Runner on second base, that is a 3. He will not do anything. Lefty will pitch. Pitch from lefty, 5-1, strikeout 10. Yes, got him. He strikes out Oster, and that is the first strikeout for Carlton. He had 179, and that's only his first strikeout of the day. And that will end the inning. So no runs. There was a hit for the Reds, and after 2, it's 2-1 in favor of the 76 champion Phillies. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Phillies will be the pitcher, Steve Carlton. In 81, he batted 134 as a hitter. Seaver will go ahead and make the pitch. 1-5 against the lefty. That's a blank. Carlton will swing the bat, 6-6, and he just grounds it to short for the first out. Remember, these games on the board do matter, even though we have our 10-minute ticker, but the games on the board do matter because I use the records for seeding. So if there's a tie at the end of the year for not for a playoff spot, but for seeding, games on the board decide who gets the higher seed. Next batter is Pete Rose. He walked his first time up. Seaver with the pitch, 5-3 against the switch left. That is blank. Rose will swing the bat. 5-4, and it's a base hit to left field. Single by Rose. He gets a big hit there to start to get on base. Charlie Hustle will get there. Foster throws it in. Next batter is Trio. Trio is 0 for 1. Infield does go to double play depth. Gillies Tebow joins us here at Riverfront Stadium for opening day. Let's see if Rose is going to do anything. And he actually gets a chance. He gets the jump. But with a 10 stolen base rating, I'm going to hold him. So Rose is not going to go anywhere. Seaver will pitch. And that's going to be a 3-6. And that is a possible error. Trio will go ahead and swing. 1-6. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Concepcion. His error rating is an 11. That's a 12. He will not make an error. Let's see if they turn the double play. 2-0. 3. Second base. Oster is a 0. A 1-3. They'll turn it. And yes, they do. Shortstop to second to first. Double play. Inning over. No runs. A hit for the Phillies. As no error made by Concepcion as he makes the play. And we go to the bottom of the third. D. Smith joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Leading off for the Reds will be the pitcher, Tom Seaver. Batted actually 200 that year. Not too bad. Actually, one of his better years at the plate. Not too bad. Lefty will make the pitch. 1-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Seaver will swing 4-4, but he grounds it to short for out number 1. Nice play there made by Boa and tosses it over to first. Next up is Collins. Collins is 1 for 1. Got a base hit his first time up. Bob B joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch. 2-2. Home run chance. Collins is a switch hitter hitting from the right side, a 1-9. That 15 is too high. So Carlton does not make a mistake. Collins will swing the bat though. 5-2, and he just chops it to second for out number 2. Nice play by second baseman Manny Trio. Here's Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 1. Lefty will go ahead and make the pitch. And that is a 6-2. That is a walk plus 10. Is that 20 going to walk him? Yes, it will. Griffey 11 plus 10 is 21 plus 3 is 24. He walks Griffey. And that is the first walk issued by Lefty. He had 59 of them in 81. Next batter will be Concepcion. Concepcion is 0 for 1. There's still 2 outs. Will Griffey do anything here? That is a 7. No, he will not. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch. And that's a 1-3 against the righty. It's blank. Concepcion swings the bat. 5-4, and he grounds it to first. Rose will take it, and he will tag the bag and end the inning. So nothing there for the Reds except a walk. After 3, it is 2-1 in favor of the 76 champions. Starting the new 1981 season, it will be a shorter season than usual due to the strike. We had. And since I'm only doing 1 game per every 3 days of baseball instead of every 2, as I said, we'll get through the regular season a little faster. It won't be so much of a grind for me, actually, and we can get right to the playoffs. And then, of course, our next season our next seasons that we choose. We go to the top of the 4th, and McBride leads off, and he's 0 for 1. Tom Terrific will go ahead and make the pitch. 3-1, and that's an automatic out just like that, and it's going to be a ground out to second. Nice job by Tom Terrific. He seemed to have settled down a little bit since allowing the bomb to Schmidt. And speaking of that, here is the guy, Michael Jack Schmidt. He starts off the season with a bomb. Nice way to go. He's 1 for 1, a 2-run homer. We'll see if Seaver pitches to him any differently. But that was all Mike Schmidt, really. That was not a mistake by Seaver. Schmidt just got all of it. Seaver the pitch. 3-1 again, and that's going to be an automatic out, and it will be a ground out to short. So this time Seaver makes the deal and takes care of Michael Jack Schmidt. Next up will be Matthews. Matthews is 0 for 1. Seaver going ahead and ready to make the deal. 2-6. That's a blank. He's not tired. Matthews will swing 4-5, and that's a fly ball to left field, and that'll get taken care of by Foster, and a 1-2-3 inning for the franchise. So nice job by Seaver. It looks like he has settled down since the first inning as we go to the bottom of inning number 4. George Foster leads off. He's 0 for 1. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch, and that's a 5-5. That's a range play. Foster will swing 4-5. That's going to be a hit ball double into center field, but the range play is made, and that is Maddox. Maddox has a range of 5, and he will make it with absolutely no problem at all. That's out number 1. As once again, Gary Maddox moves from North America to South America to make the catch in Europe. That's a fly about the center, and that's the first out. Once again, Gary Maddox continues to cover the earth. Next batter is Mr. Bench, and he is 0 for 1. Lefty will go ahead and make the deal. That's a 2-4. That's a strikeout. That 17 is too high. Bench swings, 1-4, and against the lefty, kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. Hit the center field. Maddox is not going to be able to cover this one. It is gone. Home run, Johnny Bench. On a 1-4 to Bench against the lefty, it's an H, and that is a straight home run for Johnny Bench, and this game is tied. Stadium and Reds fans in the chat cheer. Yay! Johnny Bench goes ahead and goes yard in the first game of this season here in 1981. Next batter will be Dreesen. Dreesen is 1-for-1. He has a double. Now the score tied at 2 between the Phillies and the Reds. Carlton with the pitch. 1-5, that's a blank. He's not tired. Dreesen, 2-4. That's a fly ball to center field. That won't be a problem for Maddox, and that's going to be out number 2. 2 men down. The batter will be Knight. Knight is 0-for-1. Carlton will go ahead and make the pitch, and that's a 5-5. That's a range play. Knight will swing, 6-4. That's a ground ball to third. The ball is hit to Schmidt. Schmidt in 1981 has a range of 5. He was an excellent third baseman that year. He will make that play, throws to first, and the side is done. But 1 run on 1 hit on a solo bomb by Bench, and we got a tie game here at 2 after 4. The modern, like, home run check, walk check, or K check. Pretty much. But that's okay. I like the modern day cards. They're actually pretty fun. You know, I got to admit, the modern day inside pitch cards are just great. If you want to see them in action, just watch David Baseball Demos and his Washington Nationals replay for 2019. Top of the 5th, leading off for the Phils will be Gary Maddox. Maddox is 0-for-1. Seaver will go ahead and make the pitch from the franchise. 4-6, that's a strikeout. That 17 is too high. Maddox will swing the bat, 5-5, and he grounds it to short. Taken care of by Concepcion, and that is out number 1. Next up is Boa. Boa is 0-for-1. The franchise looking in and ready to make the deal. 6-6 against the switch left, that's blank. Boa will swing the bat, 6-3, and against a righty, base hit right past the shortstop. That'll be a single for Boa. He gets a hit. He will hold at first. And the next batter will be Boone. Boone is 0-for-1. Infield is a double play death. Boa is a threat to steal. Let's see if he gets the jump. A 9. He does not. However, a hit and run is available. Boa, do I try a hit and run with Boone? Not with that 211 average. No, I'm going to go ahead and swing normally. Seaver will go ahead and make the pitch. He's going to get that, and that is garbage. That is a garbage call. I'll kill that. So Seaver will make the pitch. 6-1 against a righty. That's going to be an automatic out. And it is a fly ball to center field. That will be out number 2 as Boone flies out to center easily. Next batter is lefty. Carlton is 0-for-1. Boa still on at first. Let's see if he can see what he wants to do. Anything. That is a 1. He does get the jump. 14 bench plus 1 is a 15. He got the pitcher due up. You know what? I'm going to send Boa and see if we can. I'm going to send Boa. So Boa's going to try to steal second. Steeler fan joins us here at Riverfront Stadium to start off 1981 opening day. Boa's going to try to steal second. A 1-15, he'll make it. And nope, just as usual. Different year, same result. When there's a high percentage to steal, somehow or other, they get thrown out. Boa is out at second trying to steal. Side retired. 75% chance, and you roll a 16, and he is out. I tell you, it doesn't matter. I do not do well with stealing bases. So Carlton will have to lead off the next inning. And that will do it there. We go to the bottom of the fifth, halfway through opening day here. This game between the Phillies and the Reds was the only game played on April 8th. It was the only game started for 1981. Of course, with the strike looming that year, and we will, of course, have the strike break, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're just going to play the as played. Bottom of the fifth, leading off for the Reds, will be Ron Oster. Oster is 0 for 1. 2-2 tie here between the Phillies and the Reds. Mike Schmidt, a 2-run bomb. Johnny Bench got himself a big bomb, and a wild pitch brought in Collins for the Reds. Brandon Baker joins us here at Riverfront Stadium. Carlton will make the pitch. 6-1, strikeout plus 15, got him easily, and he is out of there. Struck him out. That is only the second strikeout for Carlton, and he had 179 of them in 81. Figure he only had 24 starts. He probably had a good chance to get to 300 that year. He would have had a very good chance to get to 300 strikeouts in 81. Tom Seaver is next, and he is 0 for 1. Carlton with the deal. 2-4, strikeout 7, got him easily, and he strikes out Seaver, and that will be strikeout number 3 for lefty. 2 men down. Next up is Collins. Collins is 1 for 2, scored on a wild pitch by Carlton. 2 men down. Carlton looking in, fans here, and chat and Reds fans at Riverfront Stadium enjoying opening day here for 1981. You guys waited a whole month for this. You're going to get the best tonight. Carlton, 5-3, range play. Collins will swing. 5-3, ground ball to short. That ball is hit the BOA. His range is a 2, and nope, that'll get by him for a single. Collins gets his second hit of the game. A single for Dave Collins. He'll wind up on first. With still 2 outs, and the batter now will be Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. Collins is a stealing threat. See if he gets a jump. That is a 9. He does not. So 2 men down. Carlton will go ahead and make the deal to Griffey. And that is a 5-5. That's a range play. Griffey will swing the bat. 4-1, that's a ball hit to left field. It's a ball hit to left. That is a 16. Against the lefty, it's too high. That's a fly ball to left, but it is a range play, and that's hit to Gary Matthews. Matthews' range is a 2. Does he still make the play out there? No. Is that going to be a single or a double? That's going to be a base hit to left field instead. Single to left. Collins, base running rating is a 5. 2 outs becomes a 6. Single to left, -2 is 4. Left fielder Matthews, -1 is 3. A 1-3, Collins will make third. He does. Collins still makes third base, and Griffey holds it first on the single. As Matthews could not get to the ball. So runners at the corners now with 2 outs. And here's Concepcion. Remember, I do not play these games as a teaching game. This is straight playthrough. If I do tell you guys a little bit why something happened, you'll see it. Mostly, this is for people that really know how to play, how the game works, or just want to see a baseball game, no matter what game engine is used. But Inside Pitch is my choice. I did do a demo game for between 1981, the Yankees and the Red Sox, where I went through every single die roll and explained it. Check that out if you want to learn exactly how everything works. Tied at 2. Concepcion runners at first and third. Concepcion is 0 for 2. Lefty in a bit of a jam, 2 outs. The infield will be normal. Anything happening on the bases? That is an 11. No. Lefty's got to try to make a good pitch on Concepcion. Here comes the pitch. It's a 2-2. It's a home run chance. Concepcion a righty, a 1-9. The 9 clears against the lefty. Concepcion has a 10, a 1-10. A 1-10. Concepcion goes yard. Kaboom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Dave Concepcion. He got all of it. Stadium cheers. Yay! A 3-run bomb by Dave Concepcion. And the Reds now take a 5-2 lead. Concepcion only had 5 homers that year, and there's one of them right there. So here we are opening up 1981. We've already got 3 home runs in this game so far. And Carlton, he may be approaching his pull rating. It's now 5-2 Reds. And Carlton having some trouble out there. And the next batter will be Foster. Foster is 0 for 2. And Carlton is due to lead off the 6th inning. He has not passed his tired rating yet. He's not reached the pull rating yet either. He will stay out there. This is still early 80s baseball, where pitchers pitched a while. This is not 2021, where a pitcher makes one pitch and then they got to take him out because he's tired. Carlton will pitch. 5-2, strikeout 16, no. Foster swings. 1-6, that's going to be a fly ball to center field, and that will retire the side. 3 runs on 3 hits. A 3-run homer by Dave Concepcion. After 5, it's 5-2 Reds. The Phillies trying to enjoy their championship rings that they received today, but so far the Reds are not making it easy. Top of the 6th. Leading off is going to be Steve Carlton. Question is, do I want him to leave on? Let me just check his pull rating. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He has reached his pull rating. Do I want to take Carlton out now? I know it's a first. Yeah, I think so. He gave up 5 runs. They're in the 6th. Carlton not having a good night so far off to the start. I don't know, 6th inning. 6th inning. You know, you're down 5-2. You're down by 3 runs. You know what? Yeah, you got to take him out. That's going to be it for Carlton. He will not bat. The Phillies will go to the bench. And coming on to bat for the Philadelphia Phillies will be Greg Gross. He is the leading hitter from the left side. So I'm going to make a few changes in how I do pinch hitters. Pinch hitters, most at bats, depending on the side of the handedness is how I'm going to do it. So Greg Gross will pinch hit for Steve Carlton. He'll go up against Tom Seaver. Gross, a .225 average, 7 RBIs. And Gross, by the way, I believe he does get a ring. Seaver will go ahead and make the pitch to Gross here to start the top of the 6th. 1-4 and strikeout 16, no. Gross will swing the bat. 5-4, and that's going to be a fly out the left, and it'll be out number 1. 1 man down, and the batter will be Charlie Hustle in that Phillies uniform. Rose is 1 for 1. Tom Terrific looking in. He will go ahead and make the pitch. 2-2. Home run chance. Rose, a switch hitter from the left side. A 1-3, but the 18 is too high. Rose will go ahead and make the swing. 1-2, and that is going to be a ground out to second. And that is out number 2. Phillies got out to a big, quick lead, but the Reds come back. Here's Trio. Trio is 0 for 2. Seaver looking on, still looking pretty good at the moment. Seaver with the pitch. 2-5 against a righty. Strikeout 4. Got him. He strikes out Trio, and that will retire the side. That is strikeout number 4 for Tom Terrific, and it's a 1-2-3 inning on the Phillies. Nice job by Seaver. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Reds will be Mr. Johnny Bench. Hit a bomb his last time up. Right, left, right is due up. So let's see who the Phillies want to bring in to pitch. And let's see who we're going to bring in. Yeah. Philly bullpen in 1981. Not as good as 1976. And let's see. I think they're going to go with, not really a closing situation, but I think he's the guy to go with. He had the most. Coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be Ron Reed. Ron Reed will go ahead and get the next. He will be the pitcher. 5 wins, 3 losses, 8 saves, a 3.08 ERA. Reed actually was the closer that year. So he will come in and pitch to Johnny Bench, starting the bottom of the 6th. Reed will make the deal. 1-2, that's a blank. Bench will swing. 4-3, base hit to right field for Bench. He slaps it into right, and it's a single for Bench, and he's off to a good start in this season. But remember, Bench only played in 52 games. He only had 178 at-bats, which pretty tells me the Reds will not see him much of the year. Next batter will be Dreesen. Dreesen is 1 for 2. He has a double. Infield is a double play depth. Is Bench going to do anything? 6. No, he'll stay put. Reed will go ahead and deal it. Pitch from Reed. 5-6. Strikeout 4. Got him. Struck out Dreesen. And that's out number 1. Dreesen goes back to the dugout. Next batter will be Knight. Knight is 0 for 2. Is Bench going to try anything this time? No. Reed looking on at Ray Knight. Bench looking on at first, ready to make a move. Reed with the pitch. 4-4. That's a blank. Knight will go ahead and swing. 2-5. That's a fly ball to right field. McBride gets under that one. That will be the second out. 2 men down. The next batter is Oster. Oster struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Anything with Bench? Nope, they'll stay put. Reed looking on Oster. Ron Oster are going to try to see if he can give the Reds a few extra runs. Pitch. 2-3. That's a blank. Oster will swing the bat. 1-3. Fly ball to right field again. And McBride gets to that one as well. And the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the Reds. But they have a 5-2 lead here after 6 in opening day for 1981. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Phillies will be Bake McBride. McBride is 0 for 2. Seaver still has a little bit left in the tank. Ever since that first inning, he has been good. He is pitching like the Tom Terrific as he is. Seaver, one of the best pitchers in baseball history, if not top 5 pitcher in history. Seaver will make the pitch. 5-1, range play. McBride will swing. 6-4, that's a fly ball to center field, and that is hit to Griffey. Griffey is out there in center. His range is a 3, and he's got it. Out number 1. Nice play by Griffey. That will be a fly out to center. Next batter will be Schmidt. Michael Jack Schmidt. He is 1 for 2 with a 2-run bomb. Tom Terrific will go ahead and make the pitch. 1-5 against the righty. It's an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to right. And it looks like he's settled down against Schmidt, and that's the second out. Only two pitchers in baseball history have over 300 wins, 3,000 strikeouts, and an ERA under 3. Walter Johnson and Tom Seaver. Here comes Gary Matthews. He is 0 for 2. Seaver will go ahead and make the pitch. 1-5. Again, that's going to be a righty. That'll be an automatic out. He has done the job. That's going to be a fly out to center. So all three Philly batters fly out into the outfield. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies. We are at our first seventh inning stretch of the 81 season. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, at the end of the game, it's the return of the 10-minute ticker. Well, now we'll be doing 3 days of baseball instead of 2. And we have more exciting baseball action coming your way tomorrow night as we continue our 1981 season. Tomorrow night, today we have the World Series champions, but what about the American League champions from last year in 76? Tomorrow we will go to Metropolitan Stadium. It will be the Oakland Athletics taking on the Minnesota Twins. Matt Keogh will go up against Albert Williams. As we'll take a look at the 76 world champions now in 81. So it'll be Oakland and Minnesota at Metropolitan Stadium. And that was the last year that Metropolitan Stadium was used as the Twins moved into the Metrodome in 82. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here. Reds lead 5-2. Ron Reed is going to stay out there and pitch. And leading off for the Reds will be the pitcher, Tom Seaver. They will keep him out there. Remember, this is 80s baseball. Ron Reed will go ahead and make the pitch to Seaver. And that is a 2-2. That's a strikeout. That 2 will get Seaver easily, and down he goes. 1 out. Next batter for the Reds will be Collins. Collins is having a good night tonight. He's 2 for 3. Reed will go ahead and make the pitch. 3-4. That's a strikeout. That 5 will get Collins. They'll strike him out, and that will be another strikeout for Reed. Reed is now tired. That was his 6th batter, but they're going to let him see if he can get through the inning. He is due to bat 4th in the 8th. Next batter will be Ken Griffey. Griffey is 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Reed trying to get through the inning. Let's see what he does here. Pitch. 5-3 against the lefty. That's going to be an automatic out. He got it. And that will be a ground out to third. And Reed does the job. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. After 7, it is still 5-2 in favor of Cincy. No more ghost runners next season. Dang straight. And I wouldn't use that rule even if we were playing a 2020 or 2021 replay. Rocket, Big Train, Unit, Grove, and Seaver. Well, Big Clue, I got to tell you, my starting rotation consists of Sandy Koufax, because he was the best left-hander in baseball history. Tom Seaver is number 2. Bob Gibson is 3. Randy Johnson is 4. And Greg Maddux is 5. That's my top 5 rotation. Not take anything away from Lefty Grove, or those guys, but I have to go with those guys right there. Those are the guys I remember. I know most of all. And no more 7-inning doubleheaders, I hope, either. Those got to go away. Plays Cool in the Gang celebration. We go to the top of the 8th. Tom Seaver will still stay out there. He's got about a few more batters he can face before being tired. Let's see. He can go back to 29. So he's still looking good. Gary Maddox leads off for Philly. He is 0 for 2. Top of the 8th inning, Reds lead 5-2. Starting 1981, Seaver will make the pitch. 4-6, strikeout 12, no, too high. Maddox will swing. 1-5, ground ball to short, taken care of by Concepcion, and that is out number 1. One man out. The next batter is Boa. Boa is 1 for 2, has a single. The franchise will go ahead and make his pitch. 2-2. Home run chance. Seaver has been giving up some gopher balls, though. Home run chance. Boa switch hitter hitting the left side. A 1-13. That 14 is too high. He will not get a chance to hit a homer, but then again, Boa has zeros here anyway, so that wouldn't have made a difference. Boa will swing, though. 2-3, and he gets a ground ball to short. Throws to first, out number 2. Phillies got out to a fast start, but the Reds are showing that they are the team here tonight on opening day. Here's Bob Boone. Boone is 0 for 2. Seaver will go ahead and make his pitch. And that is 4-4. Strikeout 1. Got him. He strikes out Boone. And that is strikeout number 5 for Tom Terrific. And again, 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies. Seaver has really calmed down since giving up the bomb to Schmitty. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, still 5-2 Reds. Leading off for the Reds will be Dave Concepcion. He hit himself a 3-run bomb his last time up. He is 1 for 3. Right. Ron Reed is tired. He is going to come out. So the Phillies will go to the bullpen in this moment. And coming on to pitch for the Phillies will be Mike Prawley. 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 saves, a 3.86 ERA. Prawley will be the 3rd Philly pitcher. So here's Mike Prawley. He'll pitch to Concepcion. In the bottom of the 8th inning, 5-2. Prawley with the pitch. 5-3. That's a blank. Concepcion will swing. 6-3. And that's going to be a base hit to right field. Slapped into right. McBride will toss it in, but Concepcion has himself a single. He's now 2 for 4. Next up will be Foster. Foster is 0 for 3. He never seems to do well for some reason. For some reason, George Foster, no matter what year he does, he never seems to do well. I don't know. Let's see. Are we rolling a strat? No strategy roll. Straight pitcher versus batter. Prawley will pitch. 1-5. Wild pitch. 8. No. Ball 1. It comes up as a wild pitch, but that 8 is too high for that. They will do it again. Prawley will go ahead and make the pitch. 4-6 against the righty. Strikeout 5. Got him. He strikes out Foster. Foster will be 0 for 4 to start the year for the Reds. Next up is Mr. Bench. Bench is 2 for 3. A solo bomb and a single. Concepcion still on at first. There is no strategy roll. The infield, of course, is at double play depth. Prawley with the pitch. 2-5. That's a range play. Bench will swing. 1-1 against the righty. It's a fly ball to right field. That's hit to McBride. His range is a 2, and he will not get it. And that is going to be a single for Johnny Bench to right. Concepcion's base running rating is a 4. Single to right, +2 is 6. Right fielder is McBride. He has a +2 arm, which makes him an 8. There will not be a throw. Concepcion automatically will make 3rd. So a single by Bench. He's off to a good start today for the season. He is 3 for 4. So runners at the corners. The next batter will be Dreesen. Dreesen is 1 for 3. And the Phillies, with a 5, they're down 5-2. Dreesen does hit into double plays pretty much. He's got a 3. They are going to still play the infield in. They don't want any more runs if they want a chance in the top of the ninth. Runners at the corners. There is no strategy roll. Prawley will make the pitch. 5-4. That's a double question mark. Dreesen a lefty. A 1-4 is an automatic out. The 10 is too high. Pitcher result. I usually call that a pitcher result. So too high. Dreesen will swing. That's a 1-6, and it's a ground ball to second base. It's a ground ball to second. Concepcion's base running rating is a 4. With the infield in becomes a 2. They look him back. Bench will go to second, and the throw goes to first to get Dreesen, and that's out number 2. They do not send Concepcion, which makes sense. So runners at second and third now with 2 outs with the infield in. Now the batter is Ray Knight. Knight is 0 for 3 looking for his first hit. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. The infield is back. Prawley has still a couple more batters left to face. He will pitch tonight. Fans here in Riverfront would love to see their Reds get some insurance. No strat roll. Prawley will pitch. 4-4. That's a blank. Knight will swing. 4-1, and it's a fly ball to right field. McBride will get under that, and that will end the inning. No runs on 2 hits for Cincinnati after 8. 5-2 in favor of the Reds here in 1981 opening day. Who will be playing in the World Series in 1981? Which teams will surprise? Which teams will disappoint? Who will come through? Will we see some ninth inning magic? Top of the ninth inning, Reds lead 5-2. Seaver has 3 batters he can face before tiring. They will keep him out there. The leadoff hitter is supposed to be Mike Prawley. They will take him to the back. This is the ninth inning, so I can bring in any pitcher, any batter, no matter what the average is. So coming on to bat for the Phillies will be George Vukovich. He only had 26 at-bats, but he will get the call. He hit 385 with a homer and 4 RBIs. The ninth inning, at-bats no longer matters. I can choose anybody I want to bring up in the ninth inning in the ninth inning. But 8th inning or earlier, it has to be by most at-bats concerning handedness. George Vukovich against Seaver. Seaver has 3 batters before being tired. They're going to see if he can go the distance here on opening day. Seaver with the pitch. 1-5 against the lefty. It's a blank. Vukovich will swing. 4-3. Base hit right field for Vukovich, and he will get that single. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 ninth closing inning on opening day on RJL 518? I think not. Base hit for Vukovich, and he will hold at first. And the batter will be Rose. Rose is 1 for 2, has a single in the game. There is no strategy roll, so nothing will happen there. The infield is a double play depth. They will continue to let Seaver pitch, although the Reds do have the bullpen ready to go. Seaver will go. He will make the pitch. 5-4, strikeout 12, no. Rose will swing the bat. 3-6, and it's a fly ball to right field. Getting under it is Collins. He makes the catch. Out number 1. 1 man down. The batter now is Manny Trio. Trio is 0 for 3, yet to get a hit. This is Seaver's tired batter. We'll see if he can get through him. Vukovich on it first. There is 1 out. Reds in double play depth. Seaver will make the pitch. 5-2. Wild pitch 3. Yep, that will go to the backstop, and Vukovich will go to second. So that puts Vukovich on second, and that is the first wild pitch by Seaver. Carlton was the one that gave up some wild pitches. Vukovich goes to second. And they will do it again. That takes away the double play. And no, you don't put Trio on base because then you bring the tying run to the plate. So Seaver will pitch to Trio. Vukovic still on it first. Seaver ready to make the pitch. And that is a 6-6 against the righty. It's an automatic out. And it will be a ground ball to second base. Picked up by Oster. Throws to first, out number 2. Vukovic does advance to third. So 2 outs. And now the batter is Bake McBride. McBride is 0 for 3. Vukovic on at third. Fans at Riverfront cheering. Seaver is now tired. They're going to see if he can go the distance here to start this 81 season. Seaver ready to pitch. Fans at Riverfront cheering for a Reds win. Can Tom Terrific do the job? Vukovic on at third. Seaver will make the pitch. It's a 3-3 strikeout. It's a 7 swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's your game. The Reds go ahead and win opening day over the Phillies 5-2. Strikeout number 6 for Seaver as he goes the distance with a complete game. And this one belongs to the Reds. Stadium cheers. Yay! Tom Seaver goes the distance as the Reds knock off the Phillies today on opening day for 1981, spoiling the Phillies, getting their championship rings today for 1976. And the Phillies are going to know this is going to be a much different season for them in 81 than it was in 76, although they still were pretty good. So no runs, there was a hit, and no errors. And we will be back with the line score, with final line score and 10-minute ticker coming right up. Don't go away. For the Cincinnati Reds, 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. For the Philadelphia Phillies, 2 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Tom Seaver, of course, gets the win and the complete game. Steve Carlton winds up taking the loss. So a big win for the Reds to start their season. They will go to 1-0. And every game matters here, especially in 1981 because of the short season. Don't go away. 10-minute ticker coming right up. Our first 10-minute ticker of 1981. This is the 10-minute ticker brought to you by FastScore Baseball of Replay Sports. Check out how the 10-minute ticker does it. As, of course, you know the rules for the 10-minute ticker, now using the 1981 season board. Okay. You pretty much, what we do is we roll, we have the dice rolls here, and we go by the roll depending on what happens over here. Of course, the Reds will go ahead and get this win 5-2 to start the season off. There were no other games played on April 8th, so now we will go to April 9th. Toronto at Detroit. Toronto a -1, so this is how it works. You have a -1 for Toronto. Detroit has a 15. A -1 for the Blue Jays, you check the roll. We roll our first die, it's a 36. Checking a -1, a 36 is only going to be 2 runs for Toronto. Detroit has a 15. They're all the way down here. And they have a 13, and that's going to be a tie. So, wow, what a way to start. With a 15, they can only get a 13. So that is a tie. So we have our first clutch. Clutch ratings are a little different for 1981, as you can tell now. So let's see. So Toronto has a clutch of 1. So 1 + 1 is 2. Detroit has a clutch of 1. 5 + 1 is 6. Detroit will win this game 3-2. Oakland at Minnesota. Oakland has a 13. 14, and that is going to be 2 runs. Minnesota has an 8. 12. Wow, we're rolling low right now. That's going to be 0. Oakland will win that game. Texas and the Yankees. John Matlack against Tommy John. Good matchup. Texas has a 6. 35, and that is a 3. Yankees have a 12 and 43, and that is going to be 5. The Yankees will win their opening day. California at Seattle. California has a 14. 66, that's pretty good. That's 11. The Mariners have a 13, though. They roll a 64, but they're going to be a little short. That's going to be 11-8 in favor of the Angels. Mets taking on the Cubs. Pat Zachary against Rick Russell. My Mets, unfortunately, in 1981 were not that good. Mets, we'll see if we can get a win. Mets with an 8. 11. Nope. Still rolling like crap like they always do on 10-minute ticker. That's a 0. The Cubs have a 9. 64, and they will get that win. And my Mets do not start off well, losing 7-0. Astros and the Dodgers. I know Steeler fan will be watching his Astros this year. They were not too bad. Houston with a 1, though, in this first game. A 23, and that's only 1 run. Fernando Mania on the mound for the Dodgers. That is a 7. 25, and that's going to be a 2. The Dodgers will beat the Astros on their first opening game, and I know Steeler fan will say rigged. Montreal taking on Pittsburgh. The Expos have a 6. 44, and that is 4 runs. Pittsburgh taking with an 8. And that is 13, and that's going to be 1. The Expos will start off with a first win. Padres against the Giants. San Diego with a 3. 36, and that's 3 runs for them. The Giants have Vida Blue on the mound, as Vida Blue was on the Giants in 81. They have a 13. 21, and that's going to be 2. They're not going to beat the Padres. San Diego gets a win. Moving on to April 10th. Kansas City plays their first game against Baltimore. Kansas City has a 13. 56, and that is 7. Baltimore has a 6. 65, that is going to be a 7. I don't believe it. We got extras. Kansas City's clutch is a 0, a 4. Baltimore's clutch is a 4, so 4 + 3 is 7. Baltimore is going to get that win. They will win 8-7. Baltimore, a very high clutch rating. White Sox and the Red Sox. White Sox have a 17, a 45, and that is going to be 6 runs. Boston with a 10. 64, that's going to be 7 runs. Boston beats the White Sox. That's a win. Oakland at Minnesota. Oakland with a 14. 23, and that is 3 runs. Twins have a 6. 31, and that's going to be 2 runs. Oakland will beat the Twins. California and Seattle. California with an 18. 54, and that is 7. Seattle with a 10. 24, that is 2. The Angels will take another win. Cincinnati playing at Atlanta. The Reds have Mario Soto against Atlanta's Tommy Boggs. Reds have a 13. 56, it's a good roll for them. That's 7 runs for the Reds. Atlanta has a 7. 34, that's not going to do it. That game belongs to the Reds as well. San Diego at San Francisco, a 9 for the Padres. 21, that's 2 runs. The Giants have an 11, and that's 46, and that is going to be 5 runs for the Giants, and they will beat the Padres. And that is your 10-minute ticker for tonight. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be at Metropolitan Stadium to have a look in on the 76 American League champions, the Oakland Athletics. It will be Oakland against the Twins. Matt Keogh goes up against Albert Williams tomorrow night as we go into our first batch of games into the American League for 1981. Baby, Steeler fan, Big Clue, Bob's Tabletop Sports, Woodman 564. Brandon Baker, the Replay Gamer, Sports Time Machine, D. Smith. Let's see here, Gillies T-Bowl, Brian Patterson, Philip Reynolds, Keith White. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so. And make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for more 1981 action. It is the Reds going ahead and getting opening day victory on the Phillies, 5-2. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Take care.